Welcome back, class 12, to the online bio classes. Today we have to start with the third chapter, that is human reproduction. So first definition of lifespan is needed. How to define lifespan? Lifespan means the time or the period between birth and the death of an organism. So time period between birth and death of an organism is called lifespan. Like any living thing, when it is born, it will grow, mature, become old and die. So that much time, like lifespan of some insects, only few hours, whereas lifespan of some animals and plants is more than 1,000 years, like the banyan tree or the giant sequoia tree, which lives for many years. Then what is the definition of reproduction? The process of giving birth to young ones of their own kind with slight variations in their characters, which is not completely similar to the parents. So, reproduction in simple words, you can say the ability of an organism to produce young ones of their own kind is called reproduction. Then we have the human reproductive system we have to read. In human reproductive system, human beings, the sexes are separate in male and female. Male and females are easily distinguishable by their secondary sexual characters. So first we have to start with the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system located in the pelvis region. Pelvis region means just below the stomach and intestine region, that is called abdominal cavity. Just below the abdominal cavity, we have the pelvic region, and it consists of different types of organs, like a pair means two, testes, which is located outside the body in the muscular bag or the scrotum, which is also called a scrotal sac. Then we have the duct system. Why I have written duct system? Because duct means tube. The small tube is called duct. Because there are many tubes which are present in the male reproductive system, so it forms a duct system. The different tubes name are vesiferentia, epididymis, ductus deferens, and ejaculatory duct, which is the last one. Then comes third point, accessory glands. Accessory glands means those glands which help to produce certain secretions that are added along with the sperm cell and help in the formation of semen. So accessory glands are of three types: seminal vesicles, number 2 prostate gland, and third one is called bulbourethral gland. The other name is Cowper's gland. So easy to learn: seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland is also known as bulbourethral gland. And the last one is a copulatory organ, means the organ which helps in transfer of semen into the female genital tract. It is called penis. Okay. So now next we will study, along with the diagram, the different parts of male reproductive system. Even diagram is also needed. Okay. Okay, now look at the diagram which is given. It is the diagram of reproductive system of male in the front view. You can see that this one is the seminal vesicle located on either side. Then we have the prostate gland which is surrounding the urethra. Then we have these two glands which is present in the first. They are called Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. Then we have the urethra, through which the urine and the semen is discharged, and it is covered by the male copulatory organ, that is the penis. These two structures show the testes, and this one, it marks the epididymis, the name of the duct, where the sperms are stored, so that they can become mature and they can become motile. So you know that the sperms are produced, the sperm cells are produced inside the lobes of testes. Testes has many lobes. Testicular lobes they are called. 250 to 300 lobes are there. Inside these lobes, many small tubes are present. They are called semiferous tubules. We have to study this structure also, the diagram I will draw. Okay. So inside the testis lobe or testicular lobe, the male sperm cells or the spermatozoas are produced. The sperm cells, they pass through the epidermis. First they are stored in the epidermis, then they pass through this duct is known as vas deferens. Vas deferens. It passes through the vas deferens, and then it is like these three glands, they pour their secretions plus the sperm cell. It is a whitish discharge which is known as semen. So what is semen first? Semen is a mixture of sperm cell and the secretions of all the three glands is called semen. And what is ejaculation? The expulsion of semen from the urethra to the outside is known as ejaculation. And where are the sperms produced? They are produced inside the testes. So first we have to study about the testes. You know that testes are round or oval shaped organs. And where they are present? They are present inside a bag which is known as muscular sac or scrotal sac, also known as scrotum. And before birth, the testis remains inside the abdomen. Just at the time of birth or before birth, the testis, it is expelled outside from the abdominal cavity. So, in order to maintain a temperature of 2 to 3 degrees centigrade, lower than the body temperature. Normal body temperature is 98 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 37 degrees C. So 35 degrees suitable for the formation of sperm. So that's why they are present or hanging outside the body cavity inside the scrotum or the scrotal sac. Now, you know that the testis contains certain muscles. These muscles helps to contract and relax the scrotal sac in order to provide suitable temperature for the formation of sperm cells. Like during winter, the muscle cells will contract and pull the testis towards the body, in touch with the body. Why? Because body heat will be supplied and that normal temperature will be maintained for formation of sperm. Whereas during the extreme heat or during the summer season, the testis descends away because of relaxation of the muscles of testis, which helps to provide suitable temperature for the maturation of sperm. Okay, so in your syllabus you have to read the location of testis. Testis are suspended in a pouch. The name of that pouch, it is called scrotum. S-C-R-O-T-U-M. So what is scrotum? The muscular bag or the pouch in which the testis is present is called scrotum. And they are developed in the abdominal cavity near the kidney, but they migrate to the scrotum just before birth or at the time of birth. Now, if it is asked why the testis is present outside the body cavity, outside our body, the answer is to provide a temperature of 2 to 3 degrees centigrade lower than the body temperature, which is required for the formation and maturation of sperm cells. Okay. Now next we have to study the structure of testis. For that I will draw the diagram of testis and then we will continue with the second part, that is structure of testis. Okay, now look at the diagram. The internal structure of testis. Look. Now you can see the testis is covered by a protective covering. The name of that covering is tunica albuginea. What is tunica albuginea? Name of the protective sheath or the covering present around the testis. It is divided into many small compartments, like 250 to 300 compartments are there. They are known as testicular lobules. Here I have written testicular lobules. All these are called testicular lobules. Inside the lobules is present a highly packed tubule or very fine tubule which is called seminiferous tubule. It is these tubules inside which the sperm cells are produced. And then we have... Okay, let's continue with that previous topic only. We are doing the internal structure of testis, in which you can see the testis is covered by outermost protective covering called tunica albuginea, and inside the testis is divided into many lobes which are called testicular lobules. Each testicular lobule is filled with a highly coiled seminiferous tubule. This is the site of production of sperm cells where the gametes are produced, male gametes. Then you can see that all of them arises through a duct. The name of this duct, which forms a network-like structure, is called rated testis. The function of rated testis is to carry the sperm cells produced in these seminiferous tubules to the rated testis. From rated testis, it enters into another duct which is called vasa efferentia, and then through the vasa efferentia, the secretion or the sperm cells passes into epididymis. This structure is called epididymis. It is divided into many parts, like the head. The upper part is called the head. This one is called the body of epididymis, and the last part is known as tail. And then it is continued behind as vasa efferentia. The other name of this duct, vasa efferentia, is also known as vas deferens, which opens to urethra, and urethra is present inside the copulatory organ. So now next we have to do is the TS of testis. TS means transverse section of the same diagram. So I will draw the diagram first and then I will explain you the TS of testis. Okay, now you can see this is the diagram of TS. TS means transverse section of testis. So when we cut the TS of testis, you can see different structure, globular structures are there. They are called the seminiferous tubules. Here all the seminiferous tubules are shown. Now in this seminiferous tubule, you can see that the gap which is present in between the tubule, it is called connective tissue, which is filled, and certain cells are shown here. These cells are known as Leydig cells. The function of these Leydig cells or interstitial cells is it provides nourishment. They are the one which secrete the male hormone, which is known as testosterone. So male hormones are produced. The male hormones are called testosterone. Okay, the spelling of testosterone you have to learn. They are also known as androgen. Androgen means the male hormones are called androgens. They are secreted by the Leydig cells, which are located in between the seminiferous tubules. The other name of Leydig cell is it is known as interstitial cell. Why? Because in between the seminiferous tubules they are present. And inside the seminiferous tubule, you can see that this part is called the lumen, where the spermatozoa is present. And then it is made up of multi-layered cell. You can see the basement. This is the basement cells. They are known as spermatogonia. Means from here only the formation of sperm cell starts. Then we have the spermatocytes. These layers of cell. The one which is present at the tip or towards the central part, they are known as spermatids, which differentiate to form the sperm cells by the process of spermatogenesis. Now next we have to read is the duct system. Okay, what is duct system? Duct system is the tube system which are present in the male reproductive system. It consists of different types of duct which will help in the transfer of semen, that is the sperm cell, along with the mixture of the hormones the secretions which are produced by the three glands, accessory glands, that is seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and the seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and the Cowper's gland. All three will pour their secretion and it will mix with the sperm cells to make the semen. So it will pass through duct system, starting from the first one is seminiferous tubule. It is also a type of duct which is highly coiled, and its length may be 8 to 10, 6 to up to 6 meters long. The epididymis is 6 meters long when it is stretched. So the place where the sperm cells are produced is seminiferous tubule. Okay, and then the sperm cells which are produced, they enter into a network of duct system called rated testis. From rated testis, it enters into that ductus. One duct is there called vasa efferentia, and then it enters into epididymis, where the immature sperm cells are stored so that they become mature and they become motile also. For a short duration of time, it is stored there to make them motile and mature. After that, from the epididymis, the sperm cell will move towards urethra by passing through different types of vas deferens and then through the urethra that is present inside the copulatory organ. Now we'll discuss about some common terms which are associated with the male reproductive system. What are these terms? Number one is primary sex organ. Primary sex organ means those organs which are directly involved in the process of production of male and female gametes. Like in the male it is testis, in female it is called ovaries. Okay? The testis produces sperm cell and ovary produces the female gamete called egg cell. Collectively both of them are known as gonads. Okay? Then the second one is accessory or the secondary sex organs. Those organs which will help in the process of fertilization, that is, they will help in the transfer of gametes from one place to the other. Like in male, we have the duct system, we have the accessory glands which help in the process of formation of, not formation, in the transfer of the male gametes. Similarly, in the females, we have the uterus, the fallopian tube or the oviduct. They are not producing the female gamete, but they help in the transfer of female gamete, that is the egg cell, so that it can meet with the male gamete, that is the sperm cells, to bring about fertilization. Then we have the accessory or secondary sex characters. Those characters which helps to distinguish us from the male and the female is called secondary sex characters. Like in the male, the stature of the body, the formation of like voice, they help us to distinguish between male and female voice. Their physical changes in their body can help us to differentiate between both of them. Then comes reproductive hormones. The hormones which are produced by the testis and ovaries are called reproductive hormones. Like in the male sex hormone is called testosterone. In the female sex hormone is two types, estrogen and progesterone. Now next we have to study about the accessory glands. The accessory glands are of three types. What are they? Prostate gland, Cowper's gland, and the third one, that is, it is known as bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland. Seminal vesicle, I didn't say about the seminal vesicle. So what you have to learn about the glands is their location and function. Like if I say prostate gland is located directly below the neck of the urinary bladder. And what is the function? It produces a secretion which forms the main part of the semen. It is a fluid with alkaline property that will counteract means that will fight with the acidic environment of the female genital tract, as well as it will help to clear the acidity of the female tract. The fluid is rich in enzymes and it contains phosphatase, amylase and protease. All these three types of enzymes will help to nourish the spermatozoa, means they will provide food also to the spermatozoa. Then next we have to study seminal vesicles. It is a sac-like accessory gland and it is highly convoluted tube. It joins the ductus deferens to form the common ejaculatory duct. And seminal vesicle do not function and store for spermatozoa. It do not function as stores. Then what it do? It will produce a secretion which forms the bulk or the main huge quantity of the semen is produced by this seminal vesicles only. And this seminal vesicle, it contains different types of nutritive substances like citrate, fructose, hyaluronidase enzyme also. The function of that hyaluronidase enzyme, which is secreted by the seminal vesicle, is to dissolve the wall of ovary. Okay, sorry, not ovary, the egg, so that the sperm cells can penetrate, that is, enter inside the egg cell and fuse with the nucleus of the egg cell. Okay, then comes the Cowper's gland. It is a yellow pea-sized bulbourethral gland which is attached to urethra before or below the prostate gland. And what is the function? It, before ejaculation, it secretes a clear alkaline means the nature of the fluid is not acidic in nature, it is alkaline fluid that provides mucus and helps to lubricate the urethra, and it cleans away all the acidity which is present inside the urethra due to the urine. Okay, and that can damage the sperm cells. Then the last one is the copulatory organ, that is penis. Male copulatory organ or the penis is a cylindrical structure which contains blood vessels, and that is known as blood vessels as well as nerves. So when the blood vessels are filled with blood, then due to the presence of erectile tissue, this copulatory organ is becoming erect. It becomes erect, and then the tip of the penis also contains, so it is slightly swollen and it is known as glands. and it is covered by a thin layer of skin which is called prepuce or foreskin. So at the glands, many sensory nerve cells are present, which helps to receive the different types of stimuli. Then we have the semen. Semen is the name given to the term in which the male gametes, that is the sperm cell, and the mixture of all the three accessory glands, that is seminal vesicle, prostate gland and Cowper's gland, is together present. It is called semen. So semen consists of spermatozoa, that is the sperm cell, and secretion of all the three accessory glands. Now, in an average, the male produces 3 to 5 ml of semen per ejaculation, and if there is decrease in the count of sperm cells, it results in sterility. Sterility is a condition in which a person is unable to produce child. Why? Because of the low count of sperm cells in his semen. Okay, so the term which is used is oligospermia. Oligospermia means less count of the sperm cell, whereas azoospermia means the absence, means almost complete absence of sperm cells in the semen is called azoospermia. These two are the main disorders which are associated with the male sterility. Okay. Now next we will study about the structure of human spermatozoon. Okay, now look at the diagram which I have drawn. The structure of mature human spermatozoon. It consists of head part that contains the acrosomal cap, and it also contains the nucleus inside it because it is a living cell, and it contains the centroid. 2 centroids are there. Here only one is shown, so 2 you can draw. One is the proximal, the other one is distal centroid. Then this part is known as the midpiece. It contains mitochondria, which provides energy to it at the time, because mitochondria or the energy is needed for it to swim actively and reach up to the female egg cell. Then this is the principal axis, and the last one is the end piece. What is the function of the end piece or the tail region? The tail region starts, head is up to here only. From here to here, the entire region is called tail. Tail consists of this middle piece also, principal piece also, and the end piece also. So mainly 2 parts are there, head piece and the tail. The head and the tail, 2 regions are there of the sperm cell. Okay, what is the function of this acrosomal cap? Acrosomal cap is the one which is like, it contains hyaluronidase enzyme that helps to dissolve the wall of the egg cell at the time of entry of sperm cell into the egg. And what is the function of mitochondria? To provide energy so that it can swim actively. The function of tail piece is to swim so that the sperm cells can swim in the female genital tract and reach up to that body, up to the female body. Okay, so shape of spermatozoa helps it to move forward in the female genital tract until it will reach the target, that is the ovum, situated in the end of fallopian tube. Okay, and that will bring about fertilization. So next class, up to this male reproductive we have done today. In the next class we can continue with the female reproductive system. So after watching the video, you can write your name in the comments. Okay, and prepare for the test also, because 2 chapters already covered. You can write 1 test. Thank you.